Welcome to Data Voice Discovery channel. Today we are going to discuss about abstraction. What is abstraction and how it is used in Python. We are going to see that. So let me first make a folder named abstraction.py. Abstraction.py. Let me make a file and let me go to view. In view, I'll go to the Zen mode. Okay, so I'm going to Zen mode. So abstraction is nothing but a way of hiding the complexity from the user. Okay, so you don't need to know the everything that is being implemented in that part of code, but you can just access that code by using some simple lines of code, and you don't know how that code is basically implemented. Okay, so that's abstraction. So let me write down what is an abstraction. So abstraction is nothing but the process of hiding complexity by hiding unnecessary information from user. Okay, information from user is our abstraction. So let me show you the simple example of abstraction. Okay, if I do print and let's say I did hello world, then what here you are doing is that you are just printing this hello world in your console. Okay, so in console it will run hello world. Okay, so it is just printing hello world. But if you hover over this print, right, you will see this code. Okay, so if you press Ctrl plus and if you click in this print, then it will show you this implementation of print. Okay, so someone have written this code of print and how to show that to this console. Okay, so all this information you do not need to know. Okay, so what the abstraction has done here is that you just need to write that print, and whatever you want to print you write it inside the double quotation and it will do the magic. Okay, so that's the thing. And here what we have seen in the list also, we have just passed the elements to the list, and let me do up to 3. So in this case you do not need to know how this sum is implemented. Okay, so here sum is being written by someone. Okay, and this code is present and it comes along when you install the Python in your computer. Okay, so you do not need to know the how this the internal implementation of this, but you just call this sum and provide the list and the magic happens. Okay, this is known as abstraction. Okay, hiding the complex detail. Okay, so here we are hiding the complex detail. So we can also do, let's say if we have made this summation 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 function, and what I want to return is just the summation of these two argument. And if I call this summation and if I pass this 1 comma 2, what it will return, I need to give it under print. So if I print summation of 1 and 2, then it will provide me 3. Okay, so it is giving me 3. But if I don't want the user to show this code also, okay, so what I need to do is just make a file over here. Let me call that file as summation.py, and from that summation, in that summation.py I will code this code. and if I paste it over here, okay. So let me write that, let me rename that function, okay, rename that file. So in order to rename that file, what I need to do is how to rename, what is the options for rename. So if I look into this thing, okay, let me go into, there is no problem, okay, let me go over here, and in order to call that a summation, right here it is now not identifying that summation, so it is throwing me error. So in order to use the summation, let's say this summation is being written by someone who is more intelligent, more smarter than you, right? He has already written this code which does these two. If you pass the two numbers, it will all do the sum, okay. So in order to access that functionality, what you need to do is that import that file, okay. So to import that file, what you need to do is from, and give the name of the file, that's summation, right, summation, and import, and what is there, the name of the function, okay. So that is also summation. So in this case I have given summation over here and summation over here. Let me change that to add, okay. From summation, let's say add, and if I now, if I just print and call that add function, which is present in another file, okay. So if I do 1 comma 2, then if I run this code, it will give me the result 3, okay. So I can make any such kind of functions or classes that I'll keep it separate, and I'll just be able to call that functions or methods that are present in that class, okay, by just importing that file and by just calling that function, okay. So this is the thing. And okay, so we will now go into the formal definition of abstraction. So what is an abstraction? Abstraction is nothing but the blueprint of another class, okay. So it is just the blueprint of another class, and to achieve abstraction, what we just do is we use abstract class or the abstract method, okay. So to achieve abstraction, what we will do is we use abstract class and abstract method, okay. Abstract method, and the what is this abstract class, okay. So now the question comes is, what is this abstract class? Abstract class is nothing but containing at least one abstract method, okay. So if the class contains at least one abstract method, then this kind of class is known as abstract class. So class containing at least one abstract method, okay. Now our next term is abstract method. So we will see that what is abstract method, okay. We'll just use decorator in order to say this method is abstract method. So we'll see that in the code, and let me do that, okay. So let me explain that first. Let me go to the full screen, let me go to view and appearance to the Zen mode, okay. So for the abstract base class, what we need to do is just import, right. Let's say from abc, that's the file, right, and I need to import what is known as abstract base class, comma, and abstract method, okay. So we will import. In order to use this abstract, right, we should import these two thing. Okay, so if you have import these two thing, we can now say class. Let's say we are making a student class, so it must inherit from this ABC. Okay, so it must abstract base class, it must inherit from this abstract base class. And in order to, let's say we say this as our public method. Okay, so this is a public method as we have seen already. So I have not written any code down here. Okay, and if I want to make this method as an abstract method, what I need to do is just use this decorator and write down abstract method. Okay, so if I write this as an abstract method, this will be my the code. What you need to know is that in abstract method, I'll not write down the implementation of this code. Okay, I'll just make this show method as my abstract method. Okay, I'll not provide any implementation part of it. So let me make an another method also as an abstract method. So what I need to do is just write the decorator and abstract method, and I need to write and let's say I'll make the display as an abstract method, and let me call that as self, and I'll not implement over here. So here this class only contains the two methods that are abstract method. Okay, so if the class contains at least one abstract method also, this type of class is known as abstract class. So in this case we can say that student is an abstract class. Okay, so that the thing abstract class. So let me make another class. Let me give that as b, and if that class inherits from this student, that is abstract base class, then what I need to do over here in this class which inherits this student abstract class, I need to implement these two method. Okay, so if I don't implement these two method, it will show me an error which I'll show you now. So let me implement this self. Okay, so let me say print, and this is a show method. Okay, and let me just ignore that display, and let me just create the object of this b class. Okay, so obj is equal to name of the class and parenthesis. If we do this mm, this object is created, and if I need to call that so, then if I just write this, so okay, so if I run this code, this class cannot instantiate, right? So there is an abstract method display you need to implement in the class which inherits in this class. Okay, so if I implement over here define display, if I write self, and let's say this is a display method, so let's say this is a display method, and if I run this code, then it is showing me this is a show method. Okay, so this time the code is running because we have implemented all of this abstract method in our this child class. Okay, so this is the thing. And I can also, if the class contains only this abstract method, then in this situation it is also called as interface. Okay, so let me write down that. So there is known as what is known as interface class containing only the abstract methods. Okay, so this is known as interface. And in this abstract method you can also make another method also. Okay, so this class need not to be only this abstract class, it can also have this, have the other method. Let me say that define, let me say that other and self, right? So if I do this self, this is the another other, let's say this is the other method. Okay, so it can also contain this normal kinds of method. Okay, this is also known as the concrete method. Okay, so this is known as concrete method and the our one is called abstract method. Okay, so I can call this other also. So if I say obj.other, this will call this function. So let me run that code. If I run this is other method. Okay, so this is calling me this other. Okay, so this is other method. So this is abstraction in Python. Hope you understood the lecture. So in the next lecture we are going to come up with a new subject regarding Python. So have a nice day and cheers.